Okay, who here hasn't been to space? Why? You better not throw up on my ship.
Approaching jump in 3, 2, 1.
Some things that Kevin Feige has come out and said about Quantumania, things that he has come out and said about, since we're talking Quantumania, let me go ahead and move into that. These are things that Kevin Feige has said about Quantumania, things that he has said about Kang. It's kind of given major spoilers. Here's what the direct is saying. So I'll read here what they're saying. And this is what they're saying here. It says Marvel fans just received more specifics about Kang the Conqueror's endgame in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, thanks to none other than the architect of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Kevin Feige. Ant-Man 3 will be the first true step in Kang's journey toward multiversal domination as he takes over the role of the MCU's big bad from Josh Brolin's Thanos after the franchise's Infinity Saga. The movie's most recent trailer showed just a hint at how powerful he will be as he tries to fend off Team Ant-Man in the quantum realm, although fans haven't seen him even close to his peak power yet. Recently revealed promotional material showed off part of Kang's level of power, showing off the MCU's take on his iconic time chair from the comics. This device is what allows the villain to navigate the time stream, giving him the means to wreak havoc anywhere and at any time in history that he so chooses. But now, according to Kevin Feige, that chair appears to be at the center of the mass story for Ant-Man 3. The Ant-Man 3 looks to tell. Now, before I get into what Feige said, if you guys remember, we talked about this. We talked about this in the plot leak when we read this for Quantumania a while back. When I read the plot leak for Quantumania, what did I say Kang was going to be tasking Ant-Man with doing? And that's the chair, his whole chair. He's missing his chair right now. So that whole thing is integral to the chair, as you guys all know. If you know anything about Kang, the chair is integral to Kang navigating through the time stream. So that is what Scott is going to be tasked with retrieving for Kang. And this is what Kevin Feige had to say in an interview with Empire Magazine. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige laid out important details about Kang the Conqueror and his place in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. Calling Kang the obvious choice is tackling the concept of the multiverse. Feige explained that Jonathan Majors' Marvel villain is a different kind of antagonist and that he's fighting an internal battle with himself as much as he's fighting the heroes of the Marvel Universe. He's the obvious choice as you're dealing with the multiverse. Kang allowed us to do a new kind of big bad. He's a different type of villain, rearing almost amongst themselves as much as he's rearing with heroes. Or with our heroes. Although he's still a threat, Feige noted that Kang isn't at his full power in Ant-Man 3, needing to find a way to get back to that state. The MCU boss then spoiled that the villain's core mission in the movie is to leverage the Pym family along with Scott Lang to get his time chair back in working order, which will allow him to go anywhere and any when he wants, and give him access to any point in time and space throughout the multiverse. This is Kevin Feige saying Kang is a very powerful person, but when we meet him, he's in a position where he needs to get that power back. He has a ship and a device that would allow him to go anywhere and any when he wants, if he can get it online. If only he had access to a genius scientist with Pym particles. The outlet also shared a new image of Jonathan Majors from the film showing Kang sitting in his time chair. And I'll go ahead and, most of you I'm sure have seen this picture already, but I will go ahead and share the picture of Kang in his time chair, and there he is there. Kang sitting down in his time chair, and I think that suit looks fucking phenomenal. Jonathan Majors looks phenomenal. I'm really excited to see this. So it looks like it's going to be a really, really good deal here, but I will jump over here to the next thing here. Remember that everybody was saying that William Jackson Harper was rumored to be Reed Richards. We had even talked about that he was going to be showing up as Reed Richards in the quantum realm at one point. We'd even heard the rumor that he was going to be showing up as Quasar in the quantum realm at one point. Well, this is coming from the direct as well, and I'm just going to start here with what they're saying. And this is from the picture. Actually, let me go ahead and show you guys this picture. This is the picture that Empire Magazine put out of William Jackson Harper as what many people are assuming is Quasar. But Daniel RPK, well, before I read what Daniel RPK had to say, thank you for the super chat from Double Tar. Thank you so much. And I will get to that in just a second, Double Tar. Give me just one moment. But this is what the Direct had to say about William Jackson Harper showing up in Quantumania. They said, initially a fan favorite pick for Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four, it was quickly dismissed when it was reported that Marvel's first family was still in the process of being cast. It was eventually confirmed that he would just be a member of a rebellion inside the quantum realm fighting against Kang the Conqueror. Harper has been missing from all the trailers from the Ant-Man threequel so far, but an image of him and his character has finally been released. Empire has released a new image of William Jackson Harper's character Quaz in the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. He's described as a telepath and freedom fighter inside the quantum realm, rallying against injustice done by Jonathan Majors' Kang. The released image shows Harper's Quaz alongside Katie M. O'Brien's Gentora, the leader of the freedom fighters. And it says, yep, that's William Jackson Harper. Sporting a beard. Harper certainly looks like a rugged rebel fighter, but there's not much else to say about his character at this point. Well, Daniel RPK said, this is what Daniel RPK tweeted. He said he's just an original character who's a telepath, nothing more. Daniel RPK kind of putting those rumors to rest, and yes, you can trust Daniel RPK because he's a very credible scooper. He knows his thing. Sometimes he is hit or miss, but Daniel RPK, for the most part, is on par with the things he's talking about. We talked about William Jackson Harper possibly showing up as Quasar quite some time ago. Again, we talked about him showing up as Reed Richards, but that was put to sleep with, like the article just said, with Marvel Studios still casting for Marvel's First Family. That would make William Jackson Harper not Reed Richards, and also not even a member of the Council of Reeds, like we kind of speculated he might be, since he wouldn't be the Reed Richards. But as I said, Daniel RPK is kind of saying that he may not even be Quasar, saying that he may just simply be a telepath, nothing more. So you guys take that with what you're thinking. Take that with a grain of salt. If you think he's going to be Quasar, or are you believing Daniel RPK and he's just going to be a telepath that's within the quantum realm fighting with this freedom fighters, a part of this freedom fighters team? But I will go on here to read what Daniel also said. He said the deal Scott and Kang talk about in the latest trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is for Scott to get the power source for his chair in exchange for Cassie's life. It was lost in the microverse after Janet learned of Kang's true intentions and betrayed him. So, after she betrayed Kang, which we've kind of talked about that stuff, she betrayed Kang, got out of the quantum realm. That's why she's so nervous to go back in the quantum realm, because she learned of Kang's true intentions, who he really was, how dangerous he really is, etc., etc. So, we know that those are some of the things going on. We know that, obviously, I like the fact that Kevin Feige came out and said that this is not the strongest that we're going to see Kang. And I love that, because that is the money shot for me. When you see Kang do that energy blast at the end of that trailer, that's the money shot for me. And if that right there is not the peak of his power, once we start seeing, and I've talked about that too, you know, if he's going to be taking on the powers of the Beyonder, he hasn't even scratched the surface of how powerful Kang is going to be, because this Kang that we are seeing in Quantumania is going to be the Kang moving forward in Kang Dynasty. He's going to be the Kang moving forward in Secret Invasion. All the others are Secret Wars, sorry. All the others are variants of this Kang, but this Kang is the Kang. So, pretty excited to see it. Pretty excited to see what's going on here. Again, I like the terminology that Kevin Feige's using, some of the things he's saying there. Again, this falls in par with some of the things that Jonathan Majors himself has said. He said that, you know, he wants Kang to be super, super powerful. He has studied Loki's time in the MCU. He studied Thanos' time in the MCU. He shows up to, when they were filming for the movie, he showed up fully in costume and jogged around the set and things like that, just getting in preparation of the character. I think, as I've said before, give Jonathan Major his flowers now. Give the man his flowers now because it's going to be great. I'm definitely here for it. But as always, question is for you. Let me know down below what you guys are thinking about what we're going to be seeing with Kang the Conqueror in Quantumania. Again, I'll show Kang's chair there. What do you think of the images that we're seeing of Kang in his chair? Do you think that we're going to... How strong do you think Kang is actually going to be? I mean, I want to see, again, I've said this before, I want to see him decimating the Avengers in Kang Dynasty. I want to see flashbacks of him taking out different Avengers in different universes. I feel like those are things we have to see. There's even panels in the comics where Kang is talking and he takes people into his trophy room, and in his trophy room he's got a stretched out Mr. Fantastic. He's got a Vision. He's got Wolverine's mask. He's got several Iron Man's mask. He's got Cap's shield. He's got, a small Ant-Man. He's got so many different trophies. And even in the concept art that we saw for Loki, the original Loki season 1, in the library that we saw He Who Remains in, he had an Iron Man helmet. So I need to see some of those things. I need to see Kang taking down some of these Avengers from different universes. Establish how strong Kang the Conqueror truly is in the MCU. Again, your mileage may vary, but let me know down below in the comments what you guys are thinking about what's to come with Kang the Conqueror. We are officially a month out from Quantumania, so I think more and more is going to come out. I'm excited to see it. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below.